basically hanging out in my car until this rain lets up. I'm seeing people like running through it to get inside. I'm technically at a coffee shop. I just saw some lightning. That was pretty scary. Didn't realize it was gonna storm like this today. It's been kind of on and off all week. I want to get to where I post every single day, regardless of what I've got going on, just to help you guys get to know me more on a personal level. Guys, am I safe right now? Let me find out there's a tornado warning that I didn't know about. Yes, I have been obsessed with tornado footage lately. I learned about Tim Samaras, I think his name was, for the first time, and it's so sad. Like the last recordings that were him, his son, and somebody else that they had on the storm chase that day, the last recordings, you can literally hear him say, "There's no rain here," like, which he knew he was in a bad spot at that point because they were in rain that whole time, basically trying to escape the El Reno tornado. And once the rain stopped, he was like, "Huh, there's no rain here." And then he was like, "I think we're in a bad spot." And not long after that, you hear them screaming like, "We're gonna die." It's so fucking, it's crazy. Yeah, I've been watching all that kind of footage and real tornado footage, and that shit is just so exhilarating and cool. I would love to see one in person, just from a very far distance. You can't 100% figure out how the storm is gonna progress. You don't know its every move. Yes, for the most part, I think they say it goes like northeast or something. I could be saying that wrong, but it normally goes in a certain direction, but apparently that particular day, the El Reno grew in size by like 1 mile to 2 and was going a lot faster than they originally thought. It's very sad. But I think that's just the realities of having a passion that is a little dangerous, and I'm sure he would do everything the exact same. Maybe not everything the same that day, of course, but he would still continue with his passion, knowing that he probably is gonna die doing that very same thing. And you gotta respect him for it, you know? He loved it, his son grew to love it, and it was worth the risk for them, and that's all that matters, is what they feel. It's their life. Tornadoes do hit Tennessee, just not quite as often as like those areas that they call like Tornado Alley and whatever else, those places that storm chasers love to go. I definitely wouldn't want to live in an area that has hurricanes, tornadoes, any of that. I just don't want to have to like worry about my house being destroyed all the time. Even if I can get safe and have a cellar or something, I don't want to have to like rebuild or possibly lose my pet, because, you know, people lose their pets. They can't like hold on to things the same way we can. It's very sad. Even though I don't live in an area that is at risk for a lot of tornadoes, I still want to eventually own a property that has like a storm cellar, just for my own peace of mind. It's been raining on and off this week, unfortunately, so whenever I like will start painting outside, usually I'll get a good hour or two in, and then the weather will just turn and become like this. It's been a little frustrating, I'm not gonna lie. And this lighting, I actually think my highlights look pretty good. I made a video recently where I was telling you guys that I added highlights to my hair that looked really bad. They were like yellowy. It was just the color, I think, that was the worst about it. And then I ended up covering it all with like a brown hair dye, like a temporary brown hair dye, or permanent brown hair dye. It was just a box dye. So I covered it all thinking it looks bad, and now that it's starting to wash out and you can see these highlights again, I really didn't do that bad of a job. Like, I think the highlights themselves are in good spots. I think if I could just get the color perfect, I could be a hairstylist. I don't want to be, but I take pride in the fact that I'm an artist and that I could probably color my own hair and make it look good. You gotta, you you gotta know your skills and be proud of them. I second guessed the job I did on my hair, and I kind of wish I hadn't, because if I had just fixed that tone of yellow that I thought looked so bad, I think the highlights themselves were in the right spots, and I didn't leave them in too long. So I just need to get the color right, and I think it'll look great. Is everybody okay?